Nice to see you. Hi, Stacy. Nice to see you too, sweetie pie. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a lovely day. Ooh, that's a little bit better. Okay, there you go. Okie dokie. Let me just go over here. Yeah, I made it. I did. At the very last minute, my kids wanted popcorn, and so I ended up making them popcorn. Yeah, anyways, here we go. Alrighty. You sent a lot of intentions. Perfect. That's exactly what you need. Thank you, my beautiful Elaine, by the way. Hello to everybody who is here. Happy Easter. Hello, Juanson Love, as usual. Hello, beautiful Julie. Hello, Stacy, sweetie pie, beautiful Elaine, Diane, and our dear Sean. So, how was Easter for everybody? Do you guys, I'm asking because on Good Friday you guys worked. Are you working tomorrow also, or is tomorrow a holiday? Because over here it's a holiday. I don't know. I hope you guys are on holiday. I'm just going to go into PayPal and get the list, all right? I know that we have Mimi, but I know Julie's going to come up first. I'm going to put Julie first, then we're going to go and see. I'm just going to go down the list, okay? So just give me a few moments. I'm going to try to make this as best for everybody. Tomorrow, live, same time, same place, again at 9, and here we go. So, got you. All right, so Julie is up first. So, Julie, my love. Then I'm going to go and see our beautiful Stacy. We have Love Shine whenever she pops on through. We have our beautiful Elaine, and we also have Mimi. So the list is going to be as follows. Julie, Stacy, Elaine, Love Shine, and Mimi. And we'll try not to forget the timestamps. Stacy, if you want to post your question right away, my love, you can. We'll be with you quite shortly, all right? Julie, here we go. All righty. I got you. Everything is under control. Do you think, Watson? I think we did, but still I don't completely trust it. I don't. All right, here we go. You're confused? Hi, Carrie. Nice to see you. I like this time, so yeah, it's a win. Yeah, no, it is for me too. I like it. Well, here we go. Let's do that. All right, so let me go on. Pin Juanson, pinned it is. And Julie, first questions coming on through. Here we go. 2 more questions. Yes. Mm-hmm. Let's go and see that. All right. Let's go over here. Let's go over there. And voila. Okie dokie. Oh, sweet Lord. I completely understand why you would have this thought. I do. Let's go see. Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords, Three of Wands, Queen of Cups, and Ten of Wands. All right. So this is what I'm going to say for you. All right. I know that this is bothering you. I know that it's a pain in the you-know-what, everything of the such. But quite frankly, I really do feel as though between M and V, we'll say M and V, I feel like it is completely, like, I don't feel like there's anything going on over here. I feel like her herself personally is still trying to stay like a little bit orbiting. I'm going to put it that way. Oh, okay. Those are old messages of Watson. All right, so I feel like she's a little bit kind of orbiting. I'm going to put it that way. So is it worth it to still do something with it? I'm going to say probably yes. And I will put it onto my list. The thing is, I don't feel like he's doing anything. I feel like he's not interested into that type of a relationship or that type of a commitment, or even, you know, to have socks with this person. Let's say just to have fun. I don't see that in any kind of shape, form, or way. But I do feel as though she still does harbor, you know, some feelings or some wants or some emotions. So there's no doubt about it. I will say for you, we could definitely do some work onto her. But not because Mike wants to be with her or wants to have something with her, simply because I feel like she's still kind of orbiting around. We'll put it that way. Allô, mon amour. Hold on, sweetie. Ça va? Il est bon ton popcorn? Oh, bébé. Ton téléphone est juste là-bas. Si tu le veux, il est chargé, mais ça se peut qu'il faut que tu l'ouvres. Oh, bravo, le lounet. Bravo, chouchounet. Ah, ben ça, c'est pas bon. Non. All right. Yeah, little Raphael has missed me this weekend. Sweetie pie. Okay, I'm writing this down as we speak at this moment. Okay, so I feel as though she could carry a little bit of some sneaky energy. I feel like she wouldn't mind if something shifted, although she's not necessarily going to do something so it shifts. But if it ever did or ever would shift, then she could kind of be, you know, interested into it. So I'm going to say we could definitely do a spiritual warning, and I'm going to write a spiritual, and I'm going to write a boundary. A boundary with a protective layer. And I feel like that will be able to stop, you know, whatever she could actually try to do, or just really within her intentions altogether, because I don't see her doing something. Let me go see if he has been good other than just with you, all right? You mean even he wants nothing? The fact that they're still... Oh, yeah, but that... They're still going to be able to hang out alone, though. Like, I feel like they're friends and they go out and they do stuff, so... That's a different kind of a barrier that would be blocking the friendship. But maybe by actually stopping her desires and putting those boundaries, energetically speaking, perhaps that will kind of push her away. Because in a certain way, when you're really interested into somebody and you kind of hope that something's going to happen, but then you end up seeing it's not going to happen because they're with somebody else, like you and Mike, then at some point she's going to become less interested and she's going to just kind of eclipse herself, if you will. Yeah. Can you see if anything happened on a Wednesday when they went to the movies? No, I don't feel like anything happened in any kind of shape, form, or way. So it's a no one to my side, sweetie. It's a no love. Hello. Encore une cocotte. Allez, babouille d'amour. Tu peux venir ici sur ton téléphone si tu peux venir les chouchous.
Non, mais j'ai pas fini mon POC.
Ah, ok, mais tu viendras, bébé.
Oui, après mon POC.
Ok, mon amour. Tu peux venir manger ton popcorn ici avec ton téléphone chouchou.
Bah, je vais pas prendre mon téléphone, je vais prendre ma Switch avec le téléphone.
Tu peux faire ça. Tu peux venir avec ton
C'est
popcorn.
quand même dur le premier acte.
Ouais.
Mais maman, on a des checkpoints, il me semble.
Oui, c'est vrai. Je t'aime.
Puis il y a 12 actes.
Faut que tu m'en parles
Ben, il y a
tantôt.
15 actes.
Mais je t'aime.
Puis Mathias, c'est au final du jeu.
Ouh là là.
Puis le boss du jeu, c'est Etlose.
Ouh. Ouais. Raphaël, faut que tu reviennes. Faut que
Il y
tu...
a des zombies avec des miniguns.
Oh.
Que des
Oh my God. Okay, here we go. He's got a lot of things to say. You think he said he almost met another girl called Jasmine last Friday during the party. Is she someone we need to deal with? Okay, let me go and see. All right. We could. It would not be a bad thing. Yeah, I know. It's the same munchkin. It's still Raphael. He's okay, wait. So I've got V here, and I'm also gonna put Jasmine. All right. Simply because she's popping on through in the exact same card as Victoria was popping on through, so we do still have over here that kind of loving energy that is there. And they're both showing on up into it's not just for a fling. They're both showing up into, I would like to actually have a relationship with you and kind of go long term with you. So we're just going to put those energetic boundaries around both of them to try to protect his union with you, and that should do the job. If ever we see that we need to do something else, we can, but we're definitely going to work onto that, okay? Yeah, so we're going to work onto them, and you onto your side, you can do the exact same thing, my love, all right? So you can do with the bay leaves, what we talked about, you can do that. In addition, since you're kind of vice versaing the thing, take a bay leaf, write upon it what it is that you wish to write upon. Hold on. Let me send it to you on Messenger 1 second. Okay, just 1 sec. Let's go over here like that. Give me a second. I'm going to find you, sweetie. Okay, here we go. So what I need you to do is this. Okay. Let me know if you need any further instructions with it, okay? I sent it to your messenger, my love. Okay. Yeah, that's annoying. Yes, absolutely, my love. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me write it on down, okay? No, my beautiful Julie. When you're doing that, you can either do it with white or black. Okay? Don't complicate your life. The black ones cost more money than the whites. Use a white one. It's still, here we go. White. Cheaper. And it remains, the color doesn't really change anything into that one. All right, black and white you can intermix with a million different kind of things, so just go with it like that. All right, and I'm gonna put onto mine as a general at the very same time, overall energy. Okay, perfect. Perfect, my love. And like I said, anything that is gross, all right, my beautiful Julie, anything that is gross. Thank you, Stacy, for posting your question, my love. So anything that is vinegar, hot, spicy, all those things, that's what you do. You can also, my beautiful, do a this. Allez, mon amour, on va chercher tes choses, mon chou. Oh, il est terminé ou tu peux juste le mettre là, bébé? Merci. OK. Okay, you can do that too. Send you something else that you can do. Merci, garçon d'amour. Tu peux aller t'installer tout confort de mon côté parce qu'elle n'aimera pas ça. Tu peux aller en dessous des doudous. All right, I got you over here. The list is the same. It hasn't moved, Elaine. Stacy is on up next, and then you're the following one. Hi, Sean, sweetie. I know. Yeah. Oh, yes, but it doesn't have to be pickle. It can be anything that is hot or spicy or like gross, okay? That's what you got to put into your idea. It could be white vinegar, my love. It's all things that repel, all right? Yeah, it doesn't have to be pickle juice. Some people like pickle juice. All right, so let me continue on over here. Let me go and see as the following question. Has he done anything else on exception than when he is with you? From what I can see over here, no. I do not feel as though he has done anything. So he has not done anything with anybody else recently. He's been much more emotionally and physically connected with you. So no, even though he's not expressive about it, it doesn't mean in any kind of way that he's gone out and, doing stuff with other people. I feel as though he has people sometimes who kind of flirt with his attention, but there's nothing. He's not flirting on back with their intention, or he doesn't have any romantic or any sexual type of desires towards them. So still at this point in time, it is still just you, sweetie. Yes. As far as he had any physical contact, well, physical, I mean, he has gone out with some friends, but he hasn't had any physical contact into a sexual kind of a way, all right? So, yes, he does see friends and everything of the such that there's no doubt about it, but has there been anything that would be qualified as physical or something that you wouldn't like? Absolutely not. So I'm going to say we're going to protect the bond into the way that we said. I'm going to be doing them with V, with J, along with just a general one altogether. You can do the ones that I have, that I wrote you on Messenger. If you want some more, let me know. If you want to have more ideas, anything else, let me know, but you can start doing them right away. But always keep in mind that he's not doing anything with them and he doesn't have any intentions on doing anything with them. So, so far we're good on to that. Let me go and see your other question. My beautiful Stacy, you're going to be on up next, my love. All right. Thank you, my beautiful Carrie, sweetie. Carrie, do you have internet again, sweetie pie? On Easter, or you're still waiting for internet? So Stacy is on up next, followed out by Elaine. And here we go. So I said that he was into some sort of gathering today. Yes. Okay, we're going to go and see that. Okay, sweet love. I'm definitely going to have to say it was not something that was family related. So I'm going to say yes, he doesn't open on up too much. He's not opening on up too much with a crowd altogether, simply because he hasn't expressly said it to you. Once he actually opens up and says to you, I love you, and then it's going to be a different kind of a thing. But he doesn't necessarily want to go and open up things because he hasn't said it to you. You haven't said it to him. So he kind of feels like it's a little bit precautious to move ahead with that. And that is why he has not said it. So I'm going to say for the moment, I feel like the people around him do kind of sense that there's somebody special into his life because he's a little bit more softer. He's a little bit more thoughtful. He's not entirely present into the moment like he usually is. So his mind is a little bit all over the place. Or when you speak to him, sometimes he'll forget little bits and little pieces. But he is, without a doubt, he's holding that beautiful little secret for you, sweetie. So I don't believe that he is mentioning you at this moment. He's going to keep that for once everything is really, quite open between both of you. Now, is he being a good boy today? Is he being a good boy today? Without a doubt, my love, he is being good, but he is thinking about you. He will have some beautiful little naughty thoughts for you a little bit later on, but as for today, I'm going to say he hasn't done anything, hasn't thought about anything, and hasn't desired anything from anybody around him other than you. So has he been good? So far, so good. Hi, my beautiful love shine. I'm just going to get myself a glass of water. Just 1 second, okay? Thank you, Sean, for the rose, sweetie. I am back, guys. I am back. I'm not going too far. Just 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Hi, love Sean. How are you doing, sweetie? It's been nice. What's going on with you, my love? Everything is going to be fully running by Tuesday. Stacy, I'm coming to see you, sweetie. Julie, let me know if you need me later on, okay? Stacy, what's going on with you into your love life? What's going on with Ryan, my love? Let me just go up. How is Ryan feeling about you? You still haven't reconciled, right? All right. Elaine, let me know if you're here. Thank you, my beautiful love shine, sweetie. You are right after Elaine. 6 steps.
En fait, si tu veux, tu peux revenir, je vais te présenter une mission du n'importe. Ben, tu peux au moins revenir dans ça.
Demande à Mathias, elle dit à Mathias que maman a demandé de garder sa porte ouverte. Oh. Puis écoute, ton émission, c'est correct. Il va garder sa porte ouverte. Tu peux garder la mienne ouverte aussi. Okay. Here we go. No, you're after Elaine, my sweetie pie. You're right after Elaine, sweetie. It's not a problem, love shine. Don't worry about it, my love. Don't worry, sweetie. Stacy, Stacy, Stacy. I'm going to put a little bit of a timestamp just in case. So we're going to put at 25:30. Okay, my Two of Cups is flying on out. We still have love. It is still there. Nothing has truly quite changed with that. Okay, the love is there within our Two of Cups. We are getting our Ace of Swords in reverse. He's still confused. Still confused, my sweet love. Still into the conflicted area. Now, so if you're wondering, does he still love you? Yeah, he does. Is he still conflicted? Yes. Is he confused? Also. Would you be against reaching on out? Would you be against reaching on out to ask him, how are you feeling? What are you thinking? Something of the such. Because I feel like some type of movement is going to have to happen over here. Otherwise, you could end up waiting a little while, sweetie. Okay, let's just go and see. If you reach out, you're going to get your wish fulfillment much quicker. You guys are still not breaking up, okay? You're still not breaking up. It's a question of time. It could be, if you wait for him, it's going to be longer. It could take 2 to 3 weeks before you have a reconciliation. If you reach on out and you guys are able to talk about this, then you're able to get your wish fulfillment, therefore reconciliation at a quicker pace. There is no way that you guys are staying into this conflicted place where you guys are breaking up. I don't see a breakup. I do still see a reconciliation. It's just that this moment, it's like, I don't want to talk, I don't really want to talk, or I do kind of want to talk, and I do kind of want to talk, but I'm a little afraid to reach on out, so I'm not going to do anything. So everybody's a little bit sticking into their own positions, and nothing is really happening. That's where the major problem is, and since nothing is really happening, you're both in limbo. We need to break the limbo. May it be you or may it be him. With him, it's going to take longer. If you decide to do it, then it'll be quicker. You don't want to reach out because you want him to acknowledge what he needs to work on. You know, if you reach out, he won't do that. You guess you just don't want to reach out if he's still not sure that he wants to reconcile. It's not that he's not sure if he doesn't want to reconcile. It's that he doesn't know how he's able to be good enough for you, Stacy. He doesn't know how he is able to do what it is that you are asking him to do. That's where the problem is. Hi, Elaine, sweetie. You're next, by the way, Elaine, so don't go too far, sweetie. That's what's happening over here. And yes, a happy Easter, Elaine. So I completely understand the whole I don't want to reach on out because he needs to reach out if he really does want me. But honestly, me, myself, personally, I don't like that. I'm more proactive. If I don't get news from you in 24 to 48 hours, I will do something. I will reach on out in some kind of way to try to open something up, because otherwise it's just torture for everybody over and over and over. Maybe since you have already told him what it is that he needs to work on, ask him, you know, how do you feel about what I think, you know, must be done into this relationship, or what it is that I've told you about. Like, ask him how he feels toward that. Maybe that will help to find some type of a compromise or to alleviate the conversation altogether. Because right now he just kind of feels like what you're asking is too much. It's a little bit invalid because it's too much, and he feels like it's a little bit exaggerated. So is there any kind of way that maybe we can say it or discuss about it into a different way that doesn't seem as problematic for him but gives the exact same results? It's not that he can't be the man that you need him to be. He doesn't know how to do so. He needs help. He needs assistance. He needs to know that you love him, that you care for him, and he needs to know what you need him to do, but you need to kind of guide him through it so he doesn't feel like he's the reason why everything is going horribly wrong. That's it. All you want is a compromise. He just wants to blame you for everything. Yeah, that doesn't work neither. He can't blame you for everything. So if you wait for him, sweetie, I'm still going to say, not a problem, Carrie, sweetie. I'm still going to say I feel as though a reconciliation will be into the cards. It is still there. I still see the love. I still see the confusion, but I still see the hurt. If you wait for him 2 to 3 weeks before anything fixes itself up. If you reach on out, it could be maybe a week and a half. You're cutting your time in half. Let me give you some messages, sweetie. Yeah, last time you talked to me, you didn't seem open to change, right? Here we go, my love. I miss you more now that we are apart. I still feel your presence on your energy around me. I should have listened to my intuition. You just would not understand what I'm going through most days. I don't even actually understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm damaged and not deserving of your love. You say you guess you just don't know the words to say to get through to him. Honestly, what I would do, my beautiful Stacy, would just simply reach on out towards him and say the good things. Don't talk about the bad. Say, you know what, Ryan? I just want you to know that I love you. That I still want to continue this relationship. And I would love for us to try to find some type of compromise, some type of understanding. Say sometimes, you know, I feel like we don't completely understand each other, and this is why we're at where we are, and that's not what love is. So how can we do this together to make it better? Then he's not feeling like it's all his fault and vice versa, but you're able maybe to work onto something. Bring it in a very loving, caring, sweet way. We've got this beautiful basic foundation. Let's do something with it. Let me know, sweetie pie, if there's anything else I can do for you, my love. Elaine, sweetie, are you here, my sweet love? Where are you? Elaine. Your questions, are they all into my email? You only have one question there. Let me go and see. Love Shine, you're next, sweetie. You're going to be up in about 2 minutes. So, how does Y feel after... All right. Well, first of all, I'm going to say you're brave, beautiful, honest move. Good for you for putting your feelings out there. However, I don't feel like she is necessarily open or available to receive them. I'm seeing over here contemplation. I'm seeing all different kind of energies, but I'm seeing some conflict and some disorganization. So I feel like she was feeling surprised, a little bit overwhelmed. Yes, she was touched by it. I feel like she's very curious about your energy, but at the same time, I feel like this message kind of caught her off guard. And I feel like she doesn't really know how to respond, properly. And because she doesn't know how to respond properly, I'm going to say that she's probably going to avoid and not respond on back. I feel like she doesn't want to say the wrong thing. And I feel like her energy is into a way where she's trying to process this attention, trying to figure things out. But at the same thing, she needs to think things through. And she doesn't really want to feel pressured. And honestly, I feel like she's trying to fix up and kind of figure out her life. I don't necessarily feel like she is ready to go back into the past. And by the past, I mean with you, because you are part of her past. Even though she still holds on to you, she still cares for you, she's still not ready for the friendship. She's still not ready to hear those things. She still is working through a lot of her emotions. So as much as I feel like it is appreciated, I do not feel as though she's going to respond because she doesn't know how to respond back. So, I mean, is she thinking about you? Yes, your message definitely did leave a spark. Is she thinking about all of this and about the connection? Absolutely. But quite frankly, at this moment, I don't feel like she's ready to jump into anything. Yeah. Oh, John needs to talk with you. He came on back, didn't he? Yeah, you're next. You're next, my beautiful love, Sean. You're next. No. Well, that's okay, sweetie. That's okay, my love. Hi, Elaine. Happy Easter to you, sweetie pie. Nice to see you. Carrie, you can start posting your questions if you want to, because we are going to have a short live. So definitely post on out, my sweetie pie. Yeah, happy Easter, love. I'm going to go and see Love Shine. After Love Shine, Elaine, I'm going to come back and answer your other question. I don't know where it is. So, yeah, I'm going to answer you right after Love Shine, okay? And then I'm going to look at everything all together again. I'm going to look at the list. But Love Shine, then I'm going to go and see Mimi and I believe Carrie. We're going to be ending the live tonight at 10:15, so in 30 minutes, loves. Yours, sweetie pie. Thank you so very much, my dear Sean. I appreciate it, my love. So M and wife son up yesterday till sleep and also today. Here we go. Love Shine is going to be at 36:30. Elaine, I'm going to come on back. Just post your question whenever you're ready. And then after, we're going to be with Mimi. Johnson, please don't let me forget the timestamps, because you know I will. So horrible at it. Bravo, Loulou. Bravo. C'est Assassin's Creed que tu joues, Loulou? Oh. All right, here we go. So, this is what I'm going to say for you over here, okay, sweetie? I have Raphael who's dancing on the bed. Okay, so thank you, my beautiful Elaine, sweetie. Thank you, Elaine. I'll be with you fairly shortly, okay? I'll say in about 10 minutes, Elaine, if you want to stick around or come back. So, Love Shine, sun up with the wife. Honestly, I feel like there's a mix of energy. It's a mix, my love. It is. I feel like we're a little bit into a place. Sun up. You say, wife, sun up yesterday till sleep. I feel like we're into a place where there's like that good energy. So yes, we do have that positive with those breakthroughs, but we also kind of feel discouraged. You know, there's some days that are good and they're bad. So we're feeling, kind of hopeful, everything is going well, there's not any problems, everything is honky-dory, and then poof, kind of feeling a little discouraged and not everything is going the way that we would like it to. So I'm going to say plus and minus. Definitely plus and minus happening over here, sweetie pie. I feel as though the energy is sometimes very nice, but sometimes I feel like it's a little bit controlling, and sometimes I feel like we're a little bit disappointed. Now, I am talking about him and the wife. Today, I'm actually going to say I feel like it was better. I'm seeing a determination. I'm seeing tradition. So following on through with beautiful tradition, which makes sense because you said today I think your following question has to do with church, right? So we're following tradition. Everything is going quite well. I don't have any issues with him and the wife today. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Will that change their or your relationship in the future? I don't see how church would change. Although, yes, I could see that church could change a lot of things, but I don't feel like church will change anything. Yeah. I don't see how it's going to change anything for your relationship. I feel like by going to church, I feel like we're going to be choosing happiness. We're going to be choosing abundance. We're going to be choosing awareness. We're going to be choosing the good things in life altogether. So I kind of feel like we're going to go down to core values and we're going to try to release what is not good. But you're very good into his life. Has nothing to do with you. I'm speaking about the values, the morals, trying to have somewhat a little bit of a better, I'm going to say, family life. Trying to concentrate a little bit more upon yourself and maybe the reasons why you do different things. But again, that has to do with him, but I don't see that it's going to transform in any kind of a way towards you. With you, sun up. I'm up into the chat, so if anybody is writing something and I'm not answering, I'm sorry. I am into the chat, but I'm just not at the bottom of the chat reading, so please do forgive me if I'm not following the feed at the moment, okay? And with you, sun up until sleep. We need to see you. We feel like we haven't seen you enough. We feel like it's a little bit unjust with that. I'm basically going to have to say, with you, I feel like we want to see you. We want to spend more time. We want to be able to change the time frame and everything that's going on to be able to spend more of that time with you. So the energy with you today is one of, I'm going to say longing would be the best one that I could say. Feelings and thoughts towards you. Feelings and thoughts towards you. We love you. We think about you often. When we think about you, we have clarity. When we think about you, you bring him away into a different world. You take his thoughts of his reality and what he goes on through, and you bring him to a more beautiful place. You kind of elevate him to a different place where he can release the negative self-thoughts, or he can release the negativity into his life, where he can feel more optimistic and more loving and more forgiving in many ways. So you bring out the very best in him, and that is what he is realizing within his thoughts towards you today. And if we go to some loving messages, well, let's go and see the loving messages. Elaine, I'm going to come for your final question that you had wanted to post. I'm going to come and see that in just a second. And then I'm moving on forward to Mimi. All right, so here we go. Actually, no, after Elaine, I'm going to go and see Elaine Woods. Elaine Woods, let me know if you're here. I'm going to boost you on up next, all right? Hey bébé, moi, je t'aime. Tu veux te dire allô? Yeah, tu peux venir ici dire allô. Dis hello. Tiens, et on voit juste en vue. Hi.
Hi.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
There you go. You usually see somebody else, but there you go. You got Raphael tonight. Bébé d'amour. Que tu reviens dire des coucou? Regarde, t'es là. Hello.
Hello.
Tu peux dire Raphael. He's so cute. Alrighty, so loving thoughts for you today. Yes, that's it. Nothing between him and the wife, sweetie. Nothing between him and the wife. Yeah, Raphael left now. He's gone. You didn't miss anything, Wansons. All's good. All's good, my love. I've got you, my beautiful Julie, also. I do, sweetie. Thank you, my love. I'll text you, Julie, when it's your turn, okay? If you want, I'll come and send you a message. So this is what I'm going to say over here. I'm excited for you, Sean, too, so you can go and get your Toyota, my love. Into his loving messages for you, sweet one. He misses you. Our hermit. He's missing you. Loneliness. I'm getting that he's very greedy of the energy that he has when he is with you. I'm also getting that he never wants to lie to you, that he's often trying to struggle to balance things out, to try to spend more time with you as much as he can. He is aware, you know, and I see it into the loving messages. You know, we talk about B often. I'm not going to say her name, but you know who she is. Yeah, and how she kind of gossips. He is aware, because I can see it over here into loving messages, that she kind of pops on through that he needs to be careful for people who could kind of gossip about you guys. So he's going to try to protect you guys as much as he possibly can, and he wants you to know that, honestly, he does everything he can into a day to try to speak with you as much or spend as much time with you, even though it's not always necessarily very apparent. No, it's not, Love Shine, at all, my love. It is not going to do anything for that at all, sweetie. Nah. No. Thank you, Elaine Woods. So you're going to be on up next, my beautiful Elaine Woods. I just want to go and see Elaine Tat. Where's Elaine Tat? Did you not have... Oh, you said... Oh, that's about it. You didn't... There was nothing... You don't need her to respond. What was it? There's nothing? Oh, okay. I thought there was something else. Okay. Well, Elaine Woods, it's your turn then, sweetie. Good night, my beautiful Elaine Tat, sweetie. Elaine Woods, here we go. So, Love Shine, you're feeling scared because for you think of church. You're feeling scared not even just because of church, because of transformation. Changes are scary. It doesn't matter what it is, going to church, changing houses, new job, new schedule, new this. Changes are scary. And this is one that hits home, it hits tradition, and you're kind of a little bit afraid that it's going to change the dynamics. That's why you're afraid. But you don't need to be afraid, my love. Elaine Woods, sweetie, you're thinking about saving and getting a house next year. I would love that. Would that work for you? Kind of. Yes, but no. I'm going to say at least 2-3 years. Yeah, I know. I'm going to say at least 2 to 3 years, my sweetie pie. There's a question of credit, there's a question of house, and there's a question of the market that I'm going to actually say at this moment. So yeah, let me go and take out the cards to come and see this. I mean, it is a beautiful manifestation altogether, Elaine. Oh my God. Getting your own house is something that is huge. It's a big step. It's your own space. It's your own energy. Oh my God. Yes. Into the neighborhood that you want. You don't have as many, weirdos going around. So will you be getting a house next year? Is that actually going to work for you? I'm still going to say within the following 2 to 3 years. I feel like within the following 2-3 years, the energy is very, very promising. I feel like there's that beautiful alignment that is there, that is forming for you, for your desires. And specifically for the future, financially speaking, the capability, I feel like that's where it's at. I feel like if you kind of rush things through, you're not going to end up getting the house that you want. You might end up even paying too much for the house that you would like to have, so it's not a good idea. Stay smart, set your intentions, put the money aside, do what you've got to do, look at the different areas, go on a house searching, go out, visit some and go around. Sometimes, I mean, just to purchase the house that I have at this moment, we had searched for over a year. Yeah, over a year we had searched for a house before actually purchasing this one. You got to go out, you got to look at the environment, you got to look at the different aspects of the house, so many things. So go out, look, take your time. Next year, no. 2 to 3 years, yes. So I'm going to say, yeah. Set your intentions, vision boards, budget planning, browse the listings for inspiration, and call that energy on in towards you, sweetie. So it may work. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yes. In 2 to 3 years. Oh, I know, Julie. I know. It's nasty, sweetie, but it does the job. It does the job. Elaine, my love, let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, sweetie. That was almost way too easy. Well, let me just go and do a little bit of an energy check around you, Elaine, since you're here. Oh, I know, Julie, it doesn't smell good. I'm sorry for that, my love. Actually, Julie, don't go too far. I'm going to come and see you right after. Stay there. Oh, it is. Open the windows. All right, so... for you, my love, I need you. Elaine, release. I know you're not a lady who's scary. I know, not scary. I know you're not a lady who's scared. Release the fears. There's new financial offers coming towards you, which is good. That's going to help you to purchase that house. But you are going to be having some delays. Some delays and some frustrations are going to be coming your way that you're going to have to overcome within the following 6 to 8 weeks. And be careful. Be careful for somebody who might try to kind of emotionally or psychologically annoy you. Be careful for that. I know there's some of those people out there. Keep them astray. Hey! Hi, Priestess! How are you doing, sweetie pie? How are you doing? Happy Easter, High Priestess. Well, that is perfect, my beautiful Elaine. Continue working onto that, my love. Continue working onto that. Everything is going to go really, really quite well, sweetie. I'm sending you much love, sweet one. Julie, let me go and get your other questions over here. So Julie is on up next. Just one tiny second. Here we go. And here we go for Julie. The list is the same, Juanson. We're going to be closing in 20 minutes. All right. Although I don't think you had the list, but anyways, I got the list. Nothing has changed. All is good, sweetie. I'm just actually playing around with the list. Okay, so I am currently with Julie at this moment, and Mimi is up next. All right, so Mimi is next. If you guys hear some type of screaming, I don't know. I know I was watching some movie where some girl's screaming. Je t'aime, bébé. Attends, mon amour. All right. It's a kid movie, by the way. Kid movie. Has to do with babysitting. I don't know. I agree. Kids will make you want to scream like that. All right. Okay, so here we go, my beautiful Julie. I'm with you. The chat is a little bit frozen at this moment. Okay, there you go. Oh, okay, let me say, you wanted to clarify it. You say was, yes, no, Elaine, why was happy with what you sent out? Absolutely. Why was happy about it? I just kind of feel as though, I feel like this person was not expecting that message and doesn't really know how to respond to it, since it's not necessarily what they want at this moment. Yet they don't want to hurt you, but they don't necessarily want to give you any hope in anything neither. So that's why I'm saying you're probably not going to get a response on back, but they were feeling happy and a little bit kind of overwhelmed by it. Yes. Love Shine, you say, I see church will make him change as far as his core values, family, but not you. Well, what do you mean? How will it change him? It will change him into the way that he sees things. It will change him, and my pleasure, my beautiful Elaine, sweetie. It will change him into the way that I feel like he's going to try to see more beauty into the simpler things of life, into the abundance, into the tiny little things. You know, often we have a change of perspective where we often take different people or different things or the abundance that you have into your life. We don't necessarily have the gratitude towards it. I feel like he will have more gratitude towards what he has versus perhaps what other people do not have. And I feel like that's going to go and grab him a little bit more of the core value system, but it doesn't change anything for his love with you. Yeah. Julie, sweetie, I am with you, my love. Julie. So did he receive the whisperings that you sent today? And how about yes? Let's go and see that at this moment in time. Up next is Mimi. Mimi is going to be on up next. And I do have Mimi twice, so we're going to be with Mimi for, you know, a good 6-7 minutes. Okie dokie. So what follows on through over here? Okay. So did we actually receive the whisperings? I'm going to say we definitely did. I feel like energetically speaking, the whisperings have been sent on off. I feel like the bay leaf messages have been sent off also. I feel like he's actually feeling more of a subtle kind of pull, a little bit of your energy that's kind of brushing against his thoughts. And I feel out really just throughout, I feel like those thoughts, they are there. You're a little bit more present into his thoughts than you were a little bit more during the daytime. So I feel as though the bay leaves, they're kind of stirring something that's more a little bit subconscious into him. I feel like they're kind of planting those seeds into his mind, into his heart. And I feel like they're going to unfold, but tomorrow. So they're going to be, they're there, but the seed is there. It's kind of like going to grow and grow and grow and kind of blossom throughout the day tomorrow. So don't be surprised if maybe tomorrow he might end up reaching on out, or maybe he won't reach out, but he'll be thinking about you more. You'll be more into his presence, into his memory. Maybe he'll be more affectionate a little bit out of the blue. So there's no doubt your energy did definitely reach him, and I'm going to say that it's in progress. So you are going to see some things that are going to be a little bit kind of changing along, if you will, even tomorrow. Now, is he thinking about you at least at the party, and what is he thinking about? You're never not into his head. You're never not into his head. It's just that he's not necessarily taking action towards it. You are into his head because earlier when I did your reading and I said, oh yeah, he is thinking about you, I said. And sometimes his friends will actually realize that he's like not always necessarily there. He's not always necessarily into that moment present because he is thinking about you, because he is thinking about your relationship. So they do see some differences with him, and that is when he is out with them doing activities. So You're definitely crossing his mind. There's absolutely no doubt. You're not even crossing. You're always there. You're not just on a passageway crossing the road. You are there, even when he is at the party. I feel like he is trying to stay present within his self, right? But every once in a while, you kind of pop on through into his mind, sweetie, because that's just what destiny is. You're a little bit, let's put it that way, you're like that scent, or you're like that song or that phrase that kind of sticks into your mind and kind of replays and replays and replays. He's got that very strong emotional anchor towards you. And so that space is there. It's there, my love. So there's no doubt about it. You're there with him, even at the party. Okay? What he is actually thinking about is how much he does care for you, how much he does love you. He's thinking about the intimate time that you guys had together not too long ago also. He's wondering if you're missing him, such as he's missing you. And I kind of feel like he feels a little bit torn at this moment because yes, he is enjoying the party altogether, but yes, also he is clinging on to you within his heart. And so again, that kind of brings us back a little bit into the reading when I was saying that sometimes he has to balance things through and he has to kind of figure out what he's going to be doing, and he's got a lot of things going on. That's it. He tries to spend as much time as he possibly can within his obligations, but sometimes he ends up going to different things simply because it's what he usually does and it is what it is. And he's a little bit expected to go, let's say, to this party, but it's not necessarily where he wants to be into his core. So that's a little bit different also. You should just be there at the party. You should just go and knock at the door. Bring some chocolate. Bring some eggs. Oh, I know burning vinegar smells like feet. Well, you don't have to put that through, my love. Use spices next time. It's less stinky. Yeah, use that next time, sweetie. You don't want him to love home life and side chick. No, sweetie. No, don't worry about it, Love Sean. I don't want you to worry about things, Love Sean, that you should not be worried about. He's just going to be there for the kids. He's going to be there for the family. It might help within the core values of their family, but it's not going to modify his love for the wife. It's not going to modify his desires or anything. I don't want you to worry about that. Hold on. Je fais 2-3 tests, puis je finis. Ça sera pas long. Yes. Hopefully some more movements are definitely going to be coming on in soon, sweetie pie. Have no fears. Good night, my beautiful Julie. I'm sorry for the stinkiness, but it will be worth it. All right, let's go see our beautiful Mimi. Thank you, Carrie Love. Let me just move on forward. Oh, it definitely is, sweetie. Mimi, you're gonna be. Are you into my email? I don't believe you are. Let me just go and peek. Oh, thanks. I never actually knew your real name, sweetie pie. Nice to see ya. All right, I do have Banks and I do have High Priestess also. So up next, we're going to go see High Priestess. We're going to go see Banks, and we're going to finish it on up with Carrie. So for the moment, we are with our beautiful Mimi. I got to go down. I got to go down for Mimi. Just 1 second, because he did not send me an email. And here you go. I've got you over here. And the timestamp is going to be at 59:30. I know, I hate fear. Fear's horrible, sweetie. All right, Sean, sweetie, not a problem, my love. Fear's horrible, love, Sean. It's a scary place to be into. Mimi. What do we have over here? Oh, look at that. Anything else I can tell you? I hope that that is the end of that one, because it stops at anything else that you can tell me. So hopefully that is the end of that one. Okay, so let's go and see this. So are with Mimi, I do have a timestamp. Let's move on forward. High Priestess, let us know if you're around. And Banks is probably not here. We will leave a timestamp. But if you are, let us know, sweetie pie. And a happy Easter to you, my love. So, sweetie, I know that you're into your space at this moment. I know a lot of things are happening. I know that your heart is aching in a million different kind of ways. I know that your soul has kind of started to let go, yet you don't want to let go. And you do see quite a shift that is actually happening. Less pain, less wandering, but still that trace of that habit that is there. But that is because it is your healing that's in motion. And it doesn't always feel like it's progress, but it is. What you're actually doing at this moment is you're reclaiming yourself, and you're doing it piece by piece. So does he truly, feel your energy is a little bit drifting away? He does feel it. And that's the crazy thing about it is he does feel it because he feels like there's somewhat of a quiet emptiness into your warmth where you used to kind of linger a little bit more. And I know that he doesn't consciously actually say it to himself, but he does feel that that shift is there, a little bit like that light, that dimming into the distance. And I feel like it kind of unsettles him in certain ways. Nothing that is very dramatic, but he does notice it. There's no doubt. He may even be a little bit checking up on you in subtle kind of ways, a little bit wondering, what's going on with you, because he always does still hold that feeling for you altogether. So I'm going to say, you know what? I know that he's emotionally a little bit muted and distracted and not wanting to face too much, but he is still there and he is still holding on to you quite fondly. Even if he's not showing it, even if he's not acting onto it, he has those emotions that are there, that are placed, but they are placed, like we say, they're often just kind of placed like that onto the shelf. And, we're just kind of waiting to do something with it. So, I mean, he's not making any big moves, but his energy is there and it's a little bit at a standstill. Now, what's going to go between you guys next? Are you both slowly moving on? The energy does suggest that there is a certain current of kind of drifting away, but there's no big break. There's no dramatic end. There's just that space. There's that time. So there's like soft silence. Nothing is really happening. So it's not a full ending, but it's a little bit like a pause that might stretch a little bit longer than it should. If he doesn't act soon, the connection could kind of slowly a little bit dissolve itself a little bit more. That could be something that could be happening, but you're still healing, even if he still kind of checks up onto you, or you kind of still check up onto him. You're still healing. You're still into that phase. It just means that you're not growing. It just means that you're there and you're human. You need love, and you need the real love, the one that is there, the one that is present. Is he actually going to come on back? I feel like he's going to come on back. He's going to put you into the loop, because that's what he does. It's that roller coaster. When you drift away, he needs to bring you back. He doesn't bring you back because he wants you right here, right now. He brings you back because a little bit like breadcrumbing. You're that beautiful basis. You're that foundation. He doesn't want to lose you. You're important. You give love. You give support. You give security. But he's not giving the same thing to you. So are you likely to see him or be together again soon? I'm going to say no, not for the moment. For the moment, I'm going to say the wave of feelings that you're getting, shopping, walking, suddenly kind of hits you. What is that? That's that chord. It's that you're energetically quite high. And when he randomly thinks of you, you feel it a little bit like that ripple that is a little bit brushing your heart, if you will. So there is that emotional memory that is there, and certain places, certain movements, they will trigger that imprint of him altogether. So basically, I'm going to say that your soul is wiser than your feelings. It's kind of gently, I'm going to say, pushing you out of the fog. And the habit of checking on to him, it's still there, but it's going to slowly start fading away. The urge to feel him, same things. You're stepping out of the loop slowly. What's going to be important is when he comes on back, that you don't jump back into the loop, because then you're jumping right back to the exact same place that you were at the very beginning. So that's going to be important at that point in time, my love. If I go into your second one, you just found out that you sent him that they was marked as read. Did he finally open? Okay, we're going to go and see that. So we are on to the second email. So High Priestess, if you're here, and Banks are on up next. And then we're finishing up with Carrie. Donations closing in 9 minutes, my dear Juanson. So did he finally open up and read your messages? Aha! I said, would be a good about time, right? Mm-hmm. Seriously. Okay. Okay, because the energy onto his side, he's a little bit into those circling of those possibilities and everything and the such. Did he actually finally? He did read it. He did open it. There's no doubt about it. And I know that at this moment your mind is racing. It's almost like you're back into that loop. I know you're thinking about it. And now you're wondering, what's next? Why now? Is he going to write back? What's going to be happening? What is he going to say? All those questions. Although I know you had all those questions before he even opened it too. Now it's just opening. You had an Alibaba box, or I don't know. You had a box, okay, an unknown box, and then you have another unknown box. Now this one has been closed and it's all good, but now this one is over there and it needs to be explored, right? You were kind of letting go of that box, but now this one kind of opened. So yes, did he actually do it himself? Yeah, nobody else opened it, sweetie. I'm gonna say that. I kind of feel like he probably couldn't sleep all that much, was a little bit overthinking, it was a little bit quiet, and that's what happened. He is feeling a little bit of regret, a little bit of nostalgia. He is a little bit curious, and well, he was missing you. So no, it's not something that's accidental. He didn't just click onto it, sweetie. Did he miss you that much? Well, he did. There is that tug onto his heart that yes, he does miss you, but I mean, he's not ready to confess it, and he's just kind of lingering, so he still has you onto that shelf, sweetie. He's been holding back from responding because then he knows you're going to reconnect and you're going to be pulled back in, and he's going to pull you back in, and then it's going to go back into the same place. So, no, there's not another woman who has read it, sweetie. And was he searching for, oh, he was not. He really was just opening it on through, sweetie. He didn't open it to delete it. He opened it to read it. He was curious on what it is that you had to say, on what it is that you wanted to say. And I feel like into the past, he was not ready to open it. He was not ready for that, so he just didn't open it. But there's no doubt about it. Now he was ready. Now he wanted to open. He wanted to know. That being said, now he has the knowledge, but he's not doing anything with the knowledge. What are you going to do with that? So he did read it. He did read it on purpose. He misses you so much more than what he actually lets on, but his mind is quiet, but his heart is there, but he's still attached, but he's still wondering. So no, he has not reached out yet. I still don't feel like he's going to reach out right away, but I mean, he's there and he does love you. But you're going to get back into a loop, my sweet love, a loop. And it's okay if you get back into the loop. It's okay, my love. If you need to be back into the loop, get back into the loop. If you're tired of the loop, get out of the loop. It's entirely up to you. You get to choose your path at all times, always. You can choose to take it or you can choose not to take it. You can choose to delete and never talk again and block and whatever, or you can choose to continue. From the moment that you choose to write and kind of wait, and then you're still lingering into the energy. So you're choosing him above letting go. So there's always that cord that's going to be there. Hey, I've got no problem with the cord if you've got no problem with the cord. But I don't feel, my beautiful love, because I love you, I do have to say, I do not feel like he's going to do anything with it. I feel like he's going to continue to tug your heart until you actually allow him to tug your heart. And that, I don't like. But he would not be the only man doing it, let's put it that way. Or the only woman. I'm not going to be sexist in any kind of a way. I'm going to say women probably do it too. Love messages for you. You are my calm into the chaos, and you are the smile of my soul. Loving you feels like home. Even in silence, I feel you with me. Every moment with you feels like beautiful magic, and you light up my darkest days without even trying. Carrie is on a freak out. Freak out? Why are you freaking out? What's going on with you? You decide to have no more than 3? I say it's a good idea, Sean. 3's plenty. 3's plenty. There is plenty. How's my weekend, love shine? My weekend was disappointing. It was. I was very upset at Alex. Now I'm no longer. I'm still kind of upset, but no longer. Not as much. Anyway, supposed to see him tomorrow, but I'm always supposed to see him and never see the little bugger. So anyways, I was upset at Alex. I ended up having a date with somebody else, but didn't really like the person. Ended up kind of blocking them and everything of the such. That kind of annoyed me. But other than that, it was good. I spent some time with my mom. She had no electricity. Somebody did an accident, went into an electrical pole. The pole fell down. She had no hydro for like a whole day. So I met up with her, went and saw my dad. We had lunch together. I gave him a battery pack because I have battery packs for the phones because all my kids have phones and we need battery packs. So she could watch Netflix and, entertain herself at home. There you go. What is that? Something someone did while you were typing out questions. And what happened? What happened with that? All right, I'm going to go and see HP into the meanwhile. HP, so there you go. That's what I did. HP is going to be at 1. I'm going to say 112. I don't even know why I'm posting it there. I'm so sorry, Juanson. It makes no freaking sense. I'll give them to you later. Oh, he did something. What did he do? Now, you guys have definitely got, I was not looking, you guys definitely do have my full attention at this moment. All right, my beautiful goddess, Sweetie Pie, a general for the next 2 weeks. Okay, let's go see what we have over here for you, sweetie. All right. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to go with the following 2 weeks. A general for the next 2 weeks. Here we go, and we are with our beautiful High Priestess Banks and Carrie Yarn up next. And I think the donations are closed. I think so, Watson. Let's declare it closed. We are Easter. Yeah, alrighty, okay, so here we go, sweetie. And I have to say, Evil D sucks good things out of life. Yeah. It's a good thing I did an Easter egg hunt for my kids before they left for the weekend to go to Evil D's because he didn't do anything, little twerp. Yeah, he told all my kids to go read online, go ask their friends, and go Google fairy tales. Yeah, because, apparently Easter Bunny doesn't exist. Oh, I got a little boy, 7 years old, sweet Lord. Oh, I despise that man. So, yeah, good thing Easter Bunny came on before at my place. Here we go. So, High Priestess, I'm sorry, I'm bibble babbling. I don't know how the heck I got into that. Jennifer, for the following 2 weeks, the next couple of weeks, your energy is kind of shifting into something that is more grounded. All right? You're feeling your emotions a little bit more. You are overly emotional, though. You are overly emotional, so do be a little bit careful along with that. But you do have some type of learning or teamwork. There is something that is happening that is actually helping you financially speaking. So I'm going to say over the next few weeks, your energy kind of feels like it's shifting into something that is more grounded, something that could be a little bit more focused into the time and space. You are going to feel, like I said, a little bit more overwhelmed, a little bit more reflective, a little bit more planning ahead, kind of trying to tie up different type of loose ends. And there's a sense of you clearing things, getting rid of things, mentally, emotionally, physical clutter, making room for better into your life. So really what you're doing is reorganization. I feel like you can expect different type of insights that are going to help you to understand what is good, what is no longer good for you. And I need you to stay open to all the beautiful little signs that are coming your way because quite frankly, I feel as though you do have some movement. I don't necessarily see a job opening on up for you at this moment though, but I do see movement. I want you to be careful. I want you to reach on out. If you know anybody who might know somebody else who could need somebody for a job or something, like some type of networking, be careful. If you do know somebody, it could be good, some type of networking over here. Other than that, I'm going to have to say your own personal goals, you do have a couple delays upon them, all right? And I see you being very entrepreneurish. Is that even a word? I don't know. You're working your entrepreneur skills. Now that's a word. So you're getting along with it. You're doing things, and good for you for that. So continue to focus onto that into the following 2 weeks. That will bring you a lot of things. Network. Do as much as you possibly can. Get the learning skills, because you are learning some things over here. Also getting different knowledge. Get that knowledge that you need. Be careful not to feel overwhelmed by anybody in any kind of way. And if anybody says something you don't like, then, boot them. As for the credit card, okay, I'm not going to mention the name of the C, and the credit card dispute. Are you going to win, and are you actually going to get it removed? Yeah, those are not necessarily easy things. They seem to be, it's almost like if they're burnt in ink, like with a certain fire. It's difficult, sweetie. I'm going to need you to have a lot of self-discipline. I'm going to need you to really kind of continue along with that. I feel like you have every right to challenge what seems off. I do believe that the CO, call it CO, I do believe that they did mishandle your account altogether. I feel like filing with the company that you're telling, it's not a company, but you know what it is. I feel like it's a strong move. And I feel like it's actually going to push the company to respond into a more serious kind of way. So, as usual, my beautiful high priestess, you're on top of things. You know what you're doing, and you're moving along with it. I do feel as though the energy around your case does feel favorable. I feel like you provide solid reasoning, documentation, patterns showing different type of miscommunications or mishandling. I feel like there is something that is indeed unfair. I feel like the odds are leaning into your favor, at least for somewhat of a partial resolution. So it could be a possible correction, it could be an update, or it could be a complete full removal of it after their own investigation. But there's definitely going to be some delays along with that. So I'm going to say very possibly you're going to end up winning this in some kind of shape, form, or way. It might not be in totality exactly what it is that you want, though, but it will come on through good for you, sweetie. I don't know if it's frozen again or not. I'm going to go on see Banks, and I'm sending you much love, sweetie. I don't know if you're here. It's like the chat is frozen. So I'm going to go see Banks in the meanwhile, and then I'll come back into the chat and see if you're there, sweetie pie. How are you doing, my dear Banks, my love? It is lovely to see you, sweetie, and happy Easter to you, my love. Let's go and see what we've got. Yes, it is so lovely to see you, sweetie pie. Alrighty, up next is Carrie, by the way, and then I believe it is Juanson, so Carrie and Juanson. Alright, so here we go for Banks. What do we have for Banks? Alrighty. Sweetie pie, here we go. All right, my love. Banks. Energy around you. You're entering to a more of a quiet phase. Somewhat, I'm going to say, of a inner recalibration. The universe is actually encouraging you at this moment to pause and to realign with your true desires. Not just the things that you've been told to want, but what your soul really wants. What does your soul really crave? There's something that you're craving. There's something that you're wanting. There's something that you need to move on forward with, but you might have some emotional blockages over here that are kind of stopping you. But at the same time, I have to say it is a beautiful time to take care of yourself. I know. Maybe you haven't been taking care of yourself as much, and taking care of yourself can take different possibilities for different people. You know what you need to do, right? If you'd like to go to spa, go to spa. If you'd like to go play golf, go play golf. If you need to rest, you need to read a book, do that. If you need to take a glass of wine, take a glass of wine. Take care of yourself. Do something that's going to be good for you and not necessarily for others or for any other motivation. Don't lose yourself into the path of it all. It's going to help you to move on forward within, you know, new endeavors and everything of the such. You do have some tensions. You do have some conflicts. There is something you're wanting to walk away from. So there's definitely an energy that you want to walk away, you want to go elsewhere. There is also a financial part where you're not necessarily getting what it is that you want. It could actually even be a job that you want to walk away from, that you want to go towards something else, but there's something you're looking more financially that you're not necessarily getting at this moment. So I'm going to say to look at that a little bit. I just feel as though in between your mind and your emotions, you're holding a lot in. You're showing up for others as being strong, but inside sometimes you feel like you're a little bit uncertain. So I'm going to say, you know, April energy, a little bit May coming on through. It's the season to kind of give you that little nudge to release, to laugh, to cry, to express, do what you need to do. Let the energy move through instead of bottling on up. That's about the releasing. All right. Opportunities coming on through. Like I said, there could be a new door that is opening or a new possibility that's going to be opening for you that's going to be aligned with what you want within your own personal development. So it could be a side project, it could be a creative path. There is something coming on in that's going to help you to inspire that beautiful growth into your life. That's going to spark a little bit of that curiosity, and it's not random, it is meant to be. So to finish up, my love, I'm going to say you're not too late onto anything, and you're not behind onto anything. Everything is a process. Everything is a journey, and the blessings are coming your way. But you do need to trust what is going to be unfolding coming on towards you. And don't forget to take care of yourself. I mean it. C'est un ordre. Yes, it's an order. Not that I think I needed to transcribe that or to do, but it is what it is. Oh, Juanson, you put my favorite symbols. All right, Sean. All right, my love. See you later, sweetie. Banks, I'm sending you much love, sweetie. Here we go, my beautiful Carrie. Carrie is going to be at 122. Voila. So, Carrie. Oh, there you go. And lovely seeing you, Banks. Oh, you are incognito, sweetie. Happy Easter, my love. Happy Easter, sweet one. I know, sometimes our soul family's incognito. All right, so my beautiful Carrie, I'm no longer looking into the chat. I am moving on forward, and I don't know, did you say you were going to send me an email? I think you said that earlier. Maybe not. Hold on. Let's go see. Pourquoi t'es si sûr que j'ai fait quelque chose comme ça? Je t'ai dit que j'ai rien fait. All right. And everything is much, much better into your head. You have opened down new can of worms, but that sounds like a problem for the future. It kind of does, T-Rex. Yes, you can, Julie. What would you like to know? Julie, you can post it right away here. I will answer you right away, sweetie. I'm going to go and get Carrie's questions into the meanwhile. Here we go. He hasn't. Okay. Julie, I'm going to be with you right after Carrie, okay? I'm going to go see Carrie because she is here. He hasn't talked to you since Friday afternoon. You did wish him a happy Easter and a wonderful visit with his parents. Has his parents, friends, or any of these females, if they know about you, said anything? Okay. First thoughts or negative thoughts about you? No. No, I feel like his family actually do like him. Oh, yes, my beautiful Julie. Yes, that is perfect. It is great. It is great, great, great. It is perfect, sweetie. Yeah, I feel like his family does. I don't feel like his family has anything against you in any kind of a way. So, no, I'm actually going to say, my love, I don't feel like anybody around him actually has any issues with you. I feel as though they don't like the fact that you live across the world. That I feel like they don't like. But I feel as though his family actually, I feel like they do like you. I don't feel like anybody into his family or friends have actually any problems with you. As for the people that he actually does talk to, if they do know anything about you, that I'm going to say there's no doubt about it. Anybody that he talks to that is online, that is not a real friend, will not necessarily be completely open to you because they don't really want you. So if anybody online is aware that he does have a girlfriend and who you are, for sure they're going to try to kind of get you and kick you to the curb because they want to take your space. So yeah, no, absolutely not. But as for the people that are around him, not a problem in any kind of way.
Non, mais je veux savoir qu'est-ce qui s'est passé.
All right, here we go. You say, what is that? His friend. Yeah, his girlfriend does stuff against you. Alright, a high priestess, a knight of swords, followed on through by a two of cups. She doesn't like you all that much, quite frankly, no. But does she regularly do anything against you? Not really, sweetie. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Okay, wait. I'm into the chat, but I moved a little bit too further up than what I was supposed to be. He's not replying because he doesn't want to. He's not replying because the same thing as usual, he doesn't want to feel too emotionally attached. When he is too close to you, when he is too emotionally attached, he feels the pain, he feels the heartache. He feels like every once in a while, it's almost like if he goes into some type of depression and he tries to steer away from you because he thinks to himself, what good is this for me? The more I talk, the more I want, the more I desire. Therefore, even though I want and I desire, I am better to stay away to kind of keep my energy. It hurts less than actually talking to you more. I feel like that's his actual reason for doing so. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oops. All right. was he? How's he been feeling since Friday and tonight? I'm going to say weak, not feeling all that good, kind of feeling sad, kind of feeling like it's complicated. So I'm going to say his energy is very strong into the, I'm kind of upset, I'm kind of annoyed, I want things to move on forward, nothing is really happening. And I feel as though physically speaking, it's like his body's not being too nice to him neither. I feel like he has some physical issues or problems that are bothering him. There's nobody who is tempting him to be unfaithful, though. Well, nobody. No, there are some people online, but there's nobody concretely who could actually tempt him to say that. There's nobody concretely. I don't know, something having to do with his legs, sweetie. With his legs. He has people online who often try to divert him, but these people online are often for the work or just kind of for pleasure like that, but he doesn't want to be with them. They're fun, they're pleasurable, they're not love. But it has something to do with his legs and something having to do with his balance and bottom of the back. I feel like there is something at the bottom of his back that kind of hurts. As for you, he loves you more than words can say, sweetie, but he often feels like he's pulled into a sad way. Or into sad and frustrating kind of a way, because how does he see you? How does he meet you? How does he go halfway with you? He doesn't know. He wants to be with you, but he doesn't know how to make things better. I don't necessarily see the dizziness though, Karen. I don't see the dizziness. I see pain. I see pain. And like it hurts at the bottom of the back, like the bottom of the tailbone, somewhere around there. Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to have to say, as for, the attraction towards you, know that he does love you. He know that he does want to be with you, but there is no doubt about it, sweetie pie. He has a great attraction towards you, but he doesn't know the viability. He wants to believe into your union. He wants to believe that you guys can be together, but he doesn't know what to do with it. As for the workings with BP and L and yours, what do you need to work onto? Honestly, you need to work onto the trust of the relationship. That's what you need to work onto. He needs to believe that no matter what the boundaries are, that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to work on through. But he also needs to work onto him loving you, because you need to feel loved into all of this also, and he needs to be able to give his emotions on out. So some type of emotional maturity, some type of emotional expression, and a belief into your union and into the future of your union. So almost like an obsession spell towards the future with you would be good. I don't feel like you have any blockages going on into your tubes. I don't know what's going on, but I don't feel like there's a blockage. Yeah. Now, did he do the actual upload for somebody else? No, he did not. I don't believe he has, sweetie. I know you're confused. I know there's a lot of things. Physically speaking, I couldn't quite say. Have you ever looked at anything having to do with any cyst in any kind of a way? Have you looked at that, or have they seen that, or have they burned any type of cysts? I don't know. I feel like it has to do with that. I don't feel like it's anything huge or horrible, but it could have to do with some type of... Okay, well, it could be that. It could be that. That could be creating some problems. Watson, you're going to be coming on up, sweetie. All right, my love, no matter where we are, my heart always finds you. With you, love feels like home. You're my favorite hello, but you're also my hardest goodbye. Every moment with you feels like magic. Loving you is the easiest thing that I have ever done. Even in silence, I feel your love. You've got this, my sweetie pie. So check out for that. I don't know, on stage years ago. Okay, well, maybe they could check that out a little bit more, sweetie. Cut and burned. Okay, yeah. I feel like it has something to do with that, but I don't feel like it's anything huge. She'll definitely do kind of have it checking on through. Just to be onto the safe side. Julie, you say, can you ask one more question, Anna? How's his progress onto the me, myself, and I? And him being selfish. He's still into those little stages, Julie. He's still into with the Page of Swords, he's still into the me, myself, and I. He's still not necessarily making the right choices. So I'm not going to say he's perfect. I'm going to say he's working onto it, but into the early stages. So he still has to work through it. But he's kind of going from the Page to the Knight. We need him to go from the Knight to the King. So is there still work to be done? I will say yes. But is he still being, selfish? No, I'm doing it now, Julie. I was just going to say, my beautiful Julie. Yeah, this is yours. This is yours. I just finished Gary's, and the cards are saying that he's still into the me, myself, and I, but he's working onto it. He's kind of going from the Page to the Knight, but we need him to go from the Knight to the King. So is he doing good onto it? He's working onto it. Is he at the place where we want him to be? No, but he's working. He's working onto it, sweetie. So. Yeah. Yes, he does consciously know that he is working onto it, because he consciously does know that he needs to do better. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, he knows that this is a problem. Absolutely, he knows that this is a problem. He knows that he's the one who's, into all of this. This is entirely him. Oh, he does know, my love. No doubt about it. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's making effort. It's my pleasure. Yeah, no, as for the workings, my love, like I was saying with the workings, there's more workings that are necessary, but the workings that need to be done, the workings that are already done are already in progress, but they're not moving all that quickly. There's a good 3 to 6 months before they actually have the full potential of what they are meant to do, my beautiful Carrie. But I do feel as though what you really have to work on now is believing, trusting, and letting go of those barriers. Those barriers that you guys have, that he has, they are there. And it's the barrier that is actually blocking the communication, because it makes him feel negative towards a relationship and it makes him pull away. And that creates a lot of issues. So he needs to feel as though he is secure and loved, and this is going to happen. He needs to believe into the relationship. That's what you guys have to work on too. Please do so, sweetie. Absolutely, Julie. Have a lovely evening, my sweet one. Juanson, last one. Here you go. Happy Easter for you, sweetie pie. So you've been spending a lovely time with parents. Absolutely. Oh, I love it. Oh, look at that. Jesus Christ Superstar. Let's go see. So Elizabeth energy towards you today. How is she feeling? She's feeling like she's collaborative. She wants a union. Okay. I'm going to say she's very reflective upon you today. She's thinking about you. She's wondering what you're up to, what you're doing. Are you meeting up with family? What is actually going on? Exactly, Carrie. Exactly, my love. So I feel as though you've crossed her mind in a million different kind of ways. Always into a nice, gentle kind of smile. You are always lingering into her heart space into the most beautiful and comforting way. I know she hasn't reached out. I feel like she's got issues reaching out because she doesn't have all the contacts she needs to do so. But your presence is there. It is felt. It is strong. And know that you are loved by her, sweetie. So She's been thinking about you. She's been wondering what you've been up to. A general, let's go see the following 1 to 2 weeks. Somewhat of a stroke of luck is going to be a little bit coming on through into your life, sweetie. Yeah, something that you've been holding on to, something that you're wanting to kind of gain roots or get roots upon is going to be coming towards you. Other than that, I do see growth. I do see optimism. I feel like, you know, the sun's going to be shining upon you. You and that beautiful little cute turtle of your dad's. But you're attracting good things. You're attracting good energy, my love. So I'm going to say there is, within the following 2 weeks, some type of a little bit of a decision that you're going to have to make. And it has to do with your creative path. No doubt about it. It could just be what kind of cover I'm going to do or what. There's something onto your creative self that has nothing to do with your daytime job that you're going to be deciding upon, you're going to be moving upon, you're going to be doing something with it. So the message over here is to trust yourself, to trust your light, because you're going into the right direction and Spirit is following you, sweetie. But there's definitely somewhat a little bit of a crossroads that is coming through for you into that. Other than that, my love, other than that, let's go and see. What do we have for you? All right, we are seeking love is what we are doing. We are looking for deep connection. We're looking for dual paths. We're looking for the spiritual union. Do we have power? Yes. Do we have influence into the relationship? Yes. I'm going to have to say this week, your relationship's a little bit like a sacred mirror. There's that pull, yet there's something about the timing, and there's courage, yet we're still kind of quiet. So the energy is still, but the energy is moving along. It's kind of interesting. It's like the energy that you see is still, but the energy is still moving along, a little bit like a wave into the sea. So you might see some type of sign coming from her that things are actually growing stronger within the following week or two. So let that flow go. Let the flow of love go. And just kind of see where this is going to be bringing you, sweetie pie. But there's no doubt about it. She loves you. She still wants you. She's still thinking about you. And she's going to try to give you some type of subtle change. Or some type of subtle, I'm going to say, message in some kind of a way. Now that being said, my love, an angel message for toi. Everything is unfolding in beautiful divine timing. You are being gently guided towards healing, love, and recognition. Keep trusting your path because the angels are by your side. On an oracle message, you are so much more closer than you think. Whether it is love, your music journey, or your soul path, Spirit is saying, don't give up now. The door you've been waiting for is creaking on open. Ooh. All right. All right. So let's go towards the Book of Tarot. You see, you need to take your dad's turtle for a walk tomorrow. You do. I know, poor little turtle. Feeling abandoned. Don't forget little turtle. Otherwise, I'm coming to steal turtle. I don't think I'm going to be allowed to bring the turtle against barriers, though. Or, across boundaries or barriers or God knows. 6 of Wands, reverse. The answer is yes, but be aware of the pitfalls. So, yeah, just be aware of those pitfalls, my love. So be careful for the red vest. Yeah, I don't think, even though the turtle is fairly small, if I stick a turtle in my shirt, I don't think it's going to pass. Love messages, sweetie. My heart remembers you, even in silence. You feel like a prayer I never stopped whispering. You make ordinary days feel like love songs. Ooh, that resonates with your soul. I still look for you in sunsets, dreams, and every peaceful moment. And when I close my eyes, it's your energy that simply calms me. Sweetie pie, on to that note, nah, she's not abandoning. Yeah, your dad is always looking out for her. All right then, okay. I love your dad too. He's a sweetie pie. I love that you guys have rescued this cute little turtle. All right. right. Well, sweetie pies, thank you for joining this Easter live. Short, sweet, and lovely. We'll see each other tomorrow at the same place, same time. And I'm going to send you those timestamps, Swanson, before I forget. Sweet dreams and a happy Easter, my beautiful loves.